Hi girlies, good morning. It is 10:30 in the morning and it's a Saturday. I'm actually supposed to be working today, but it is currently raining ice and I cannot drive in that weather, so I had to tell my boss, work is not happening today. Since I'm taking today off, I have 4 other days off, so I am going to be reading. I can't even like run errands or like do stuff with my life because it's snowing, so I literally can't leave my house. So I'm not gonna do my makeup. Sorry I look crazy. I'm gonna read. Okay, so I wanted to reread the first book of this series, which is the Twisted series, and give it another try. I'm not excited to reread this one. I only know that I'm gonna read it fast because it's the shortest one in the series, and then I'm gonna read these 3. Hopefully it doesn't take me long. This is the bookmark that we are going to be using. Page 1. Oh my gosh, I forgot that this book has like a playlist. Oh my god, Dusk Till Dawn by Zayn and Sia. Wait, they kind of ate this playlist up. Ana Huang, you ate. Alex has green eyes and light brown hair. How am I supposed to like not think of Harry Styles when I read this? It's been an hour, but I also took a break because my mom called me and I ate a little bit. So where I'm at, I'm 60 pages in. I'm currently at the part where Ava just had a nightmare. So we're kind of looking at her past. She doesn't really remember anything. They both have like very like troubled pasts. Like it's like creepy, like scary and sad. I'm gonna update in another hour. Hopefully I'm further than 60 pages. The snow, it's not even snowing, it's literally raining ice. And my job actually closed. I thought I was calling in, I felt bad. I was like, oh, they're gonna need my help. It's all closed because the roads are way too dangerous to drive on. Oh my god, I finished. Okay, where's my bookmark? Yay, 1 book down, 3 more to go. It is 3:16 p.m. and I finished this book. It has like 340 pages, I think. The only reason why it took me so long was because I took like multiple hour-long breaks in between. My thoughts are, I think, the same as when I first rated this book. I rated it in my books I read in 2023 video. It's just not my kind of book. It's not that I don't like it, it's just like, it's okay. I'm just hoping the other books are better in the series. Now we're going on to book 2. It is 3:30. Hopefully I don't take any breaks and I just finish this in like one go, so then I can get to the 3rd one. Oh my god, they literally just grazed hands while grabbing a wine bottle. And she says, I stretched my legs out and accidentally knocked over the empty wine bottle, which rolled across the floor to Reese. I bent to pick it up at the same time he did, and our fingers brushed for a second. No, not even a second, a millisecond. But it was enough to send electricity. Oh my god. Ew, I can't read that. Wattpad core. Gosh, I'm on page 158. They just kissed. Hourly update. It's 5:03 and I'm on page 188. This book is taking me forever to read. Reese literally left her and now he's deciding he wants to like join her security again. Okay. Hello, it's 10:20. And I'm still not done with the second book. I'm on page 278. I think the last time I talked to y'all, it was 5 p.m. and then I immediately fell asleep. I fell asleep for like an hour and then I ate food. And I can't eat food without watching YouTube because I am an iPad kid. And then I kind of just got like stuck on YouTube for a minute. And then I rotted and then I started reading an hour ago. So now I'm here. I need to shower, but I am determined to finish this book before I shower. And then I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna start the third book. I am determined. Oh my god, spoiler alert, still on this one. Reese is literally related to Andreas. And like, he's royalty. Wait, let me keep reading because I might be wrong. Hello, it is 2:05. I'm still not done. I just got out of the shower, if you couldn't tell. I have about 30 pages left. I think I'm on page 390. So I have about like 30-ish pages left, but I'm really tired. So I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow morning. Hello, it is the next day. It's 11, I think. I actually woke up 2 hours ago, but I ate breakfast and like talked to my family. It's actually still snowing outside. I actually ended up finishing this book last night after I showered. After that clip, I actually just opened the book and finished it. Honestly, I think I was just complaining a little bit too much during the read. I finished it and I was like, wait, this is kind of good. I would probably rate this higher than the first one, but not by much. I rated the first one a 2 out of 5. This is probably a 2.5 out of 5. I don't really like doing like the half points, but it's probably a 2.5. Towards the end, there was a lot of drama and action, and I really love when there's like more drama. And everyone says the third book is the best. I'm hoping it's really good. I'm gonna read it now. It's 12. We might have a change in scenery sometime soon. I'm getting kind of tired of just like rotting in this bed. I also have homework to do, so I'm hoping this doesn't take me too long to read because I want to get my homework done before it's like 8 p.m. These are my dogs, by the way. This is Cora. She's a Yorkie mixed with a Dachshund, and behind her is Miss Cleo. She's a pug mixed with a Shih Tzu. Oh my god, I think this playlist might be the best out of all of them. Oh my god, they have Don't Blame Me by Taylor, Wrong by Zayn. Oh my god, if you know, you know. That just totally sets the vibe for this book. She just got like robbed. She just got like mugged. Dude, I'm on page 10. And literally someone just came up to her with a gun and said, give me your phone and wallet. What? Also, what is it with all these characters and having like parental issues? None of these characters have good relationships with their parents. Like, none of them. It's been an hour. I'm like 83 pages in, I think. I just got to the part where they got to the lodge, and Josh and Jules have to share a room. And they thought there was 2 beds, but no, there's 1 bed. So one of the tropes in here is 1 bed and forced proximity. I'm taking a break from reading because I'm going to the store with my sister and my mom. I have to layer up because it's not actively snowing, but it's still cold out. I'm kind of scared because the floor is kind of icy, so I'm wondering if we're gonna be slipping a lot. Final fit check. I have this beanie. There's a little sweater under this, and then my sleeve shirt under this, and then I have this sweater that's really fluffy inside, and then I'm wearing the jeans. My god, it's like literally like I'm walking on nothing. I'm literally tearing up. Bag secured. I literally can't stop crying. When it's really cold out, my eyes get watery, but I've never like cried. I'm gonna probably eat some snacks because that's what we went to the store for snacks. And then I'm gonna probably chill on like TikTok for a minute, wind down, and then pick the book back up again. It is now 4:30 and I'm going to read for an hour. I will come back and let y'all know where I am and what's going on. It's already 10. I showered and finished my homework, and I finished the third book. So far, this one is my favorite. I'm like, everyone said it is the best, so it actually was really good. I'm gonna give my overall reviews at the end of this video. I'm on Twisted Lies. I'm only like 30 pages in, I think. I got like 30 pages in, and then I took a shower. This book is the longest though. I think it has 550 pages or something like that. I'm kind of to the point where I just really want to get this series over with so I can review and rate and talk about my thoughts. I've been out here for about an hour. I'm on page 125 and nothing too crazy has happened. I mean, I found out that Stella has a lot of stalker issues and she's like very paranoid. And Christian, he's doing something sus. He's pretty sus. I don't know how I feel about these girlies. I am noticing a trope so far, and it is fake dating. Don't play. Don't play. I love fake dating. I'm not looking forward to reading this much more. Like, I'm not even halfway. Next book I read will be short. That's for sure. That's for sure. I have Cheeto fingers. It is much later than the last clip you saw, but I have completed the whole series. I wanted to give my final thoughts on the series because I kind of just left off on a cliffhanger. I was in the middle of reading this and I never filmed the rest of me finishing this book. Okay, I'm gonna start with Twisted Love. I already talked about this book because I did read it last year and I talked about it in my books I read in 2023 video, but I'm just gonna go over it a little bit very quickly. So Twisted Love is about Ava and Alex. The tropes are brother's best friend, enemies to lovers. Like, the main things that I took away is that they both have parental issues. Actually, everyone in this series has parental issues of some sort. I think Stella is the only character who has like 2 parents. Like, they don't like her, but like I think she's literally the only character in the series who has 2 parents. All of these books have the 3rd act heartbreak, which drives me insane. I was really hoping that Stella and Christian weren't gonna break up. This is the book I'm talking about. As soon as I got to this book, I was like, okay, please don't break up. Like, you guys can survive. You don't have to do the 3rd act heartbreak, but they did. They broke up. My thing in this is like, why did Ava and Alex break up for a year, and why did he follow her to London, and why did he quit his job? He literally was about to be the CEO. No, he was the CEO of his real estate company, and he stepped down to move to London for a year and stalk Ava and like walk her home for a year after they were already broken up, and he like sang to her, and that's what got her to like fall back in love with him. What do you mean he sang to her? That is Wattpad level. It's okay, it's okay. And she also got kidnapped. I'm gonna talk about the series as a whole. Okay, hang on. All of the guys are the same. All of these guys, Alex, Reese, Josh, and Christian, all of them are the same. I would say Josh probably stands out the most, but all 4 main guys are the exact same. They're all like, touch her and you die. I hate the world. Oh my god. Like, I was really hoping that we would see more diversity, I guess, between like personality wise. Like, I was hoping to see just different kinds of personalities, but all of the guys are the same. They're just all so like dominant and like, yeah, I'm this tough guy. Besides Josh. Josh is like the only like flirty, like funny kind of guy. Besides that, literally, and oh my god, I think Alex is probably the worst main character, the worst guy main character, because he is so like monotone, like he doesn't talk at all. This is the only time he talks. The rest of the series, when other characters are mentioned, especially in Twisted Lies, we see a lot of, well, actually, in Twisted Hate, we get more Alex content because Josh and Alex are besties. But in this book, and this book, he like doesn't talk. It's not that serious. Like, you can talk. Like, these are people you like, these are your friends. He kind of reminds me of Aaron Warner from the Shatter Me series. He's so like, I hate everybody. He hates everybody, even his friends. He hates his friends besides Ava. That's like how Warner is. He like hates everybody besides Juliet. But this is like times 1,000. It's so much worse. I cannot talk about this book any longer. I think I reviewed it a little bit better in my other video, so you can watch that if you wanna. Twisted Games. This one took me the longest to read. I started this back in June. I literally had to stop reading. It just got so boring like halfway through. There's 2 parts in this book. The first part is about before Bridget is like becoming queen, and then the second part is her in the palace and like becoming queen. The tropes in this one are forbidden love and like bodyguard. I don't know if that's a trope, but he's the bodyguard. It's about Bridget and Reese. The first part of this book, I would say like the first 170 pages, it's about Bridget just still living in the US, and like she's not in her home country and she's still living her normal princess life. Reese is her bodyguard for about like 2 years, I think, and like nothing happens between them. It's completely platonic. And then the second part is when she has to move to Eldora, which is her home country, and that's the country that she rules. This book is okay. I do like the forbidden love, but I couldn't really like, I feel like it's because I read this book in June and then I finished it like a couple days ago. Like, I couldn't really connect to it. Someone finds out that she's been dating Reese, which is not allowed because she's supposed to be marrying someone who's also royalty. Then passes a law that like allows her to marry someone who isn't royalty and who's completely normal. So that's how Reese and her get back together. But she was blackmailed and she had to break up with Reese for a minute there. Twisted Hate. Everyone was hyping this one up. It's not my favorite. Honestly, I think Twisted Lies is probably my favorite. I would rate it probably 3, probably 2.5. The tropes in this are enemies to lovers and best friend's brother. Okay, so this is about Josh and Jules. Jules has a really troubled past. She like completely like changed her name. She moved states and then changed her name because she's literally a criminal. I feel like it was brushed over so easily, but it's like, she kind of like stole and like did some bad stuff, but she also got blackmailed, which is why we see a lot of Christian in this book and this one. It's like, how do you have these connections to like just completely wipe everything? I don't know. Josh is like a good guy. He's like meant to be like a good character, but it's like, I don't know. I think Anna, she just has a certain type and it shows. Jules literally broke into Josh's home because she was getting blackmailed, and he broke up with her because he was angry at her, which totally makes sense. She completely broke into his house, but I feel like he forgave her too easily. He was like, she's the one. Is she the one? Like, she would lie to your face and say like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know who broke into your house, like, oh, that's really scary. They brushed over it so fast. I don't care for this one. I would probably rate it a 2.5. This is the last book. This book took me, actually, I read this pretty fast. This is the longest one. It did not have to be this long. Some chapters were so unnecessary. It's like, why am I reading this? Like, literally for Stella, we would get like a day in her life. Like, but like nothing important happened. It's like, delete this chapter. Probably like 100 pages of this book were not necessary. Stella is like an influencer and Christian is a business owner. He owns like a security business. He owns a whole apartment. Like, he's a manager. He owns like a bunch of businesses. He's like a millionaire. Like, he's rich. Stella needs followers because she's trying to become an ambassador for a brand. So she needs followers because she's stuck at like 800, I think, 800K. Christian proposes the idea that he becomes her fake boyfriend. So this is one of the tropes. Fake dating and probably forced proximity. Roommates. They become roommates. So Stella gains these followers. She becomes the brand ambassador. Everything is fine until her stalker comes back. She had a stalker for a minute there, about like 2 years ago. It was very consistent and scary. And then he went away. And then he came back. So Christian's like, you can live with me. She lives with Christian and they continue like using each other basically. Like, he needs her for events. He needs like a little like arm candy moment, and she still needs him to gain more followers. This one is the slowest burn of all. I think Twisted Hate might be like the fastest one. Don't quote me on that though. I feel like all of them are pretty fast. This one just like took so long. My final thoughts, I don't like this series. I would probably give this book a 3 out of 5. I would rate this one the highest. I like this one the most. Overall, this series is not good. I just hate how every main character is the same. Like, I feel like I'm reading the same story over and over again. It just gets boring over time. It's like, okay, I don't care for this series. If I were to read a book again, it would probably be this one. I'd probably reread. But other than that, I'm never gonna be picking these books up again, unless I'm feeling nostalgic like years later. That was my thoughts on the Twisted series. They're okay. I recommend if you're down for a nice Wattpad cringe read. Don't go into these books expecting some masterpiece. It's not. That's all. I'm ending the video here. I read this series pretty fast, mainly because I wanted to get over with it. I don't care. Thank you for watching. That's all. I'm leaving. This series was a disappointment, but it's okay.